Peace and love, YouTube. What's going on? It's imaraifawuyi coming to you live from the pretty country of Costa Rica. We're here. So this video today is about how I am able to travel to different parts of the world and continue to keep the capital, keep the money flow coming in. So I wanted to talk to you about that today. I get this question a lot. People email me, they hit me up, they want to know, what exactly are you doing? Like, how are you able to maneuver like this? It's not always easy, but there are a number of ways that we can keep things, flowing as we travel, but I mean, a lot of traveling internationally for people in this day and time, for people who are self-proclaimed digital nomads and all of that, has to do with being very strategic about where they go based upon the level of earning that they have. So if you know that you can afford to live somewhere where, your overhead can stay under $2,000 a month, then there are certain countries that you're going to look towards for that. Always considering, the length of stay, how long of a visa you can get, and then just what it would take for you to be in that country for that time frame and for that amount of money living. And so, these are the things that you have to think about. Ooh, lightning and thunder. So yeah, I want to talk about it today. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, we're about to get into it. We're about to get into it. Okay. So, I have been pretty much living on the road, in and out. Sometimes we'll post up. We've been living in the Caribbean, in the Virgin Islands, and we'll stay for years at a time there. But I've been traveling pretty much steadily since 2006 or 7. You know, Not really steadily, but traveling, a good bit, going and living in different countries and everything else. And it's not all glitz and glamour. It's not that fun sometimes. But, when you have a calling to be out in the world, expanding and experiencing different things, sometimes it just takes a hold of you and you have to go with the flow. So I really do just kind of focus on tapping into, what my guidance is in terms of where I'm supposed to be, where my children are supposed to be, where they can thrive best, and we just flow. We do that. And so, when I first started, doing the international travel, and taking my children with me, I started off as an English teacher. So I started doing English and ESL instruction way back in the days before it became a big thing. I was doing that, and the first place I did it was in Brazil. So really, it was in Ghana back in like '99. But then I went and I lived in Brazil for a while, and I taught English there in a school. So I taught adults there, and it was really, really great. And it kind of got my feet wet with ways of, teaching people other languages and different techniques and things that I could utilize to kind of instill and get people to understand the flow of the English language and the ways that we speak it. It's not a passion of mine, but it is something that I have always done. And then I kind of took a break from traveling for a couple of years, got back to traveling after I gave birth to my daughter, and have always kind of kept maybe a side job or an internet-based job teaching English, ESL. So with the ESL instruction, you can go ahead and get you a TESOL, TESOL, or a TEFL certification of some sort. I have a TEFL certification, but I never went through a whole lot around certifications because I came into it, a long time ago before it became a big popular thing. So I never really had to do that. I was always able to get a job if I wanted one teaching virtually in ESL. So that's a really good way to go if you're someone who, maybe just has a bachelor's, maybe doesn't have a full teaching certification, or is just looking for something that feels almost mindless to do. It's pretty easy. I mean, certainly there are techniques and ways and pedagogy and different things that can be utilized to help you to be more effective as an instructor. But, you know, most of us have a good enough grasp on the English language that we can share it with someone who's a non-native speaker or someone who's attempting to learn. So ESL instruction is the number one way I would say you could start off looking for, something that will keep you going as you embark on traveling and being on the road. That can be done virtually. Number two, let me see, I have a little list here. Checking Indeed.com. So Indeed.com, as you know, is an international website. You can find it in a number of languages and countries, and it provides you with amazing job leads from all over the world. In America, you go on Indeed.com and you can put in for where. You can put the word remote in or work at home in, and just go in and see what's there. A number of jobs will come up. A lot of them will be English instruction positions that can be worked remotely, but there are countless different types of positions that you can pull up through Indeed.com. There's health coaching. There's, obviously any kind of position. Sorry about that. There's there's health coaching. A lot of times you'll find work at home, telecommuting positions that are basically customer service. There's travel based positions where you're acting kind of as a travel agent, something I used to do a lot in the past too. So there's so many different positions that will come up. Indeed.com is an excellent website for finding an array of virtual positions that will allow you to be, mobile, living more of a nomadic lifestyle and getting to explore the world if that's a goal of yours. Number three, another way of making money online and being able to work from home as you travel is by obviously becoming a content creator. So everybody talks about content creation and all these things, and for some people it's a very natural thing to do. I think for a lot of the younger generations it's very natural to just create content. For some of us that are a little older, it might not feel as natural and as comfortable, but it is something we could learn how to do, and it can be very lucrative. Personally, I have not made money creating content. I do YouTube, but I'm not consistent enough to really make it something that is earning for me, but I intend to. And one of the ways you can do that is by being very consistent, making videos regularly, choosing a niche topic that you feel like you have expertise in, making sure that your watch hours are at a certain level, making sure that you have enough viewers that will allow you to begin begin the process of being monetized for a platform such as YouTube, for instance. And that comes with a lot. Being monetized on YouTube can be a very in-between thing that a lot of people wouldn't want to be dependent on for their income source, but it can be one income source that you have going that can bring you a lot of revenue if you work it the right way. And working it the right way could involve getting different people to sponsor you, different entities and organizations, companies to sponsor you, where you'll do little advertisements on your channel to, market your viewership, which is obviously a market that they deem important enough for them to pay for you to be to be sponsored by them. And so there are a lot of options in regards to being a content creator. Obviously, you could do TikTok, something I know nothing about. I've never even seen the app or been on the app. I know nothing about it, but you can do TikTok. You can become an influencer on YouTube. On Instagram. I don't know what people are doing with Facebook these days, but yeah, there's so many options online. It's just all about doing that thing that you can do without falling off. Something that you can do with consistency. That's the important part, right? So yeah, being a content creator, it's a beautiful thing. It can be. Another option, for making sure that your money is flowing, your ducats is coming in, and everything is, being maintained while traveling internationally, is to find a local job. Now, This is, I don't want to get it in people's heads that this is something that you can do easily, because it's not. But there are specific countries, some of them I've been to, for instance, Brazil, certain Latin countries. I don't know what other Latin countries that really, really have a big kind of organized system around English instruction, but Brazil certainly pays people to come in and teach English to people, so you can get jobs at private institutions, you can get jobs at public institutions. I mean, you can get jobs teaching English in Brazil. Now, is it going to be as lucrative earning reais, which is their currency, as it would be if you were getting paid in the USD or a pound or something like that? Absolutely not. But there are a lot of jobs, for instance, in Brazil that will pay you good enough for you to be able to keep an apartment and keep a lifestyle going there. So that's something to think of, looking around the local market, seeing if they're hiring teachers. I mean, this is what you're going to find in most countries, from Japan to Korea to, Thailand, different countries around the world. They will pay you to teach English as a native speaker. So that's something to consider, and it's something to dive into and look into, because it can be a very lucrative way to, or not super lucrative, but lucrative enough to maintain your lifestyle and allow you to see different parts of the globe, right? Okay, number 5. So, number 5 is be a consultant. Become a consultant in some area. If you are an expert in organic farming, if you're an expert in, IT related things, if you are an expert in, like my daughter, she's a bass player. Maybe one day she could start consulting with other teenagers on how to, become a bass player, and how to learn an instrument, and all of these. There's different levels of expertise that exist in the world, and you can tap in and then market yours, and become a consultant for people. Is consultancy a great way to make money online? I don't know. Some people are doing really well with consulting or with coaching. I think it's probably pretty tricky and challenging. I have done some consulting and some coaching particularly in regards to travel, and I've worked with people, and it's lovely, and it can work. So that is another option. Thinking about the things that you have expertise in, whatever it is: vegan cooking, raw food preparation, raw pie prep, anything, and thinking about how you can formulate or provide value to people with that, in regards to like one-on-one coaching or consulting with entities who want to learn what you already know. Okay, so yeah, consulting and coaching is a great way to make money online. All right, and number 6, last thing that I wanted to speak about today was basically selling information, basically. So we all hear about this: sell information. It sounds so easy. Oh yeah, I'll just write up or publish something about what I know about such and such, and people will buy it, and it'll be good. Selling information, selling ebooks, selling guidebooks, selling different things that you have feel like you have become an expert on, and being able to put those in either physical or digital, in a digital product, and sell that to people. It's an excellent way to make money if you know how to market those items, if you know what avenues and what venues and where you can sell those things, so that they can get the attention that they need, so that you can actually earn revenue from those things. It's a great way to make money. So, a lot of this internet is about coming with your A game, letting people know what you can do, letting people know by reading, by seeing through video, and by, whatever means you can, letting people know what you're able to do and what you can help them to learn how to do. And so selling information, selling ebooks, all of these things, it's a great way to earn another income stream, because this whole thing is about earning income streams. It's about having multiple streams of income that are coming in, that, as one it's come in and maybe it's not the biggest stream, another one comes in that's maybe a little bigger, and it just continues to increase your income for the month. And the next thing you know, you have a full-fledged, various businesses that are earning large income streams, and you're making a whole lot of money on a monthly basis. And that's what this is all about. So think about all of those things. Think about the things that you can do, that you can offer, what your value is to other people, because we all have it. We all are valuable in some way. And put it out there. Don't be shy. I've been very, very kind of like, I'll put it out there and then I'll pull back, and I'll put it out and I'll pull back, very inconsistent with it. But once you develop that consistency, I think that is the way you'll start to see people take to, who and what you have and what you're bringing to the table, and you can see the consistent earnings as well. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Sorry for all the background noise, even though some of it was so nice, the birds. But yeah, keep checking in with me while I give some various tips to, creating a lifestyle that you might want, an international lifestyle. And be blessed, y'all. I'm grateful. Yeah. Listen, I can play no other song. This is the one. Peace and love, y'all.